Hi there, folks. Sean Brodrick. I'm at the Metals Investor Forum, November 2017, and I have more juicy goodness from Nevada for you. Oh my God! This is a high-grade story. It's a discovery story. It's so much going on. You are going to love it. This is Robert Carrington. He's the president and CEO of Newrange Gold. Now, you may have heard some stuff about this company, but you haven't heard the real scoop yet. Robert, could you please speak to the viewers and just tell them about your company and what you're up to in Nevada right now?
Yeah. Newrange is a venture-listed company. We trade as NRG on the TSX Venture. The company's flagship property is the Pamlico property in Nevada. It's located along the Walker Lane Trend of western Nevada. It's one of the largest gold lineaments in Nevada, along with the Carlin and Battle Mountain Trend. Many major mines in that trend that have produced hundreds of millions of ounces of gold and silver over the years.
Right. I mean, it has a fabulous gold mining history in that area.
And Pamlico is one of Nevada's old gold districts. It was originally discovered around 1884, and by 1886 was producing exceptionally high-grade direct shipping ore that was being sent to custom mills. Reports indicate that there was ore being shipped to mills that ran over 220 ounces of gold per ton.
All right. Well, no one's asking you to find 220 ounces, but let's talk about the high-grade intercepts you have now and what you think that tells you about what you have there.
Well, I think we clearly have identified a significant trend of gold mineralization with very high grades. We have multiple zones within the major Pamlico Ridge zone that we're exploring. Our best intercepts are running between 200 and 340 grams of gold per ton. Those are usually contained within much larger bodies of stockwork mineralization, where we're getting comparatively low-grade mineralization running about 3 grams of gold per ton over 70 to 75 meter intercepts.
So that's your low grade is 3 grams of gold per ton.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're very fortunate. There's a very deep zone of oxidation. The zone of oxidation at Pamlico extends for over 200 meters below the surface. So all of the lower grade mineralization would presumably be very amenable to heap leaching. The higher grade mineralization, of course, we would capture and put through a mill circuit. The gold is very, very fine grained, so it looks like it'll be amenable to modern milling practices. So far we've seen no negatives. There's no silicon encapsulation issues with the gold. Obviously, being a volcanic-hosted system, there's no potential for prig-robbing carbon or refractory ores like that. And with that deep level of oxidation, we can see where it's going to be probably an open pit initially, with large underground mining going on many years down the road.
Okay.
Okay. Right now, we've been exploring in an area we call the Merritt area, where the Merritt family had developed a decline in 2013, and although they put about $4 million of their own money into it, they never bothered sampling the decline, and they had unwittingly driven that decline through structures that run over 150 grams to the ton.
Wow!
When we sampled it, we had no idea what we were going to get, and just completely flabbergasted us when we started getting back these 100 and 150 gram numbers out of some of these structures. Our drilling has been in that same general area, and we've identified multiple parallel structurally related high-grade zones that then are cutting these stockwork zones where we see this bulk mineable.
Okay, so it is big. It's probably going to get bigger. What milestones should we look for from your company, say, over the course of the next year?
Over the course of the next year, we'll be taking on all the permits for the decline. We're going to advance the decline and then drive some crosscuts through the mineralized zone that we've identified, so that we can get a really good hands-on look at the geometry and the details of the high-grade zones. That's very important to the exploration of the district. And Pamlico truly is a district-scale play. Pamlico Ridge is one of 5 similar-sized and similar potential volcanic-hosted systems on the property. And then along the eastern side of the property is a 6-kilometer-long belt of carbonate sediments, very much kind of like the Carlin sediments. where we see altered mineralized structures and outcrop that yield surface samples to 5 grams gold per ton. Going forward, we're planning on doing up to 100,000 meters of additional drilling. We'll be collecting the bulk sample out of the decline and conducting metallurgical studies on that to confirm the metallurgical characteristics of the deposit. And we're going to be stepping out into some of these other target zones and doing initial drilling on those zones.
Okay, so there'll be lots of news on the company.
Lots of news, and one of the exciting areas we're going to be moving into is an intersection zone of another major structural element called the Pancake Range Limit, which is a more east-west trending structural zone. Where it crosses the Pamlico Ridge Zone, there are historic surface samples up to 628 grams in outcrop.
Well, I think that would generate some headlines.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a drill on some of that.
All right, so is there anything else you would like to add before we go?
Well, clearly with one of the keys to success in this whole industry is to have enough grade to, if gold prices start declining, you can be the last man standing. And I think with a project like Pamlico, we will be.
All right, cool. Well, this is a great story. We definitely have to follow this closely, don't we? So stay tuned, folks. We'll hear more from Newrange Gold because they have a lot going on. This is Sean Brodrick for the Metals Investor Forum, November 2017. Stay tuned.